Hallo und willkommen zurück, meine lieben Freunde. Ich bin's, euer Odo. Und wir sind zurück bei Disco Elysium. Nachdem wir das letzte Mal geklärt haben, dass der Schuss offensichtlich von der Insel gekommen ist, schauen wir mal, wie wir zur Insel kommen. Hier haben wir die junge Dame mit dem
Officer, what
Boot.
happened? You're limping. Why are you limping? You look terrible.
Wir schauen schon die ganze Zeit so schrecklich aus.
She sounds almost disappointed with you, reprimanding you for falling and hurting your knee.
You seem angry. Why?
Look at you. You can barely walk.
It's nothing. I got shot in the foot. It was pretty badass. You would have liked it. Nein, würde sie nicht. Some people hurt me. Wanted to talk to you.
Is this from the shooting in town? We heard gunshots. Not that we don't hear gunshots all the time, but they were closer than usual.
There was an exchange of fire on Rue de Saint-Guylaine. It's nothing to be worried about, madame.
You should see the other guys. 2 dead, 1 in the hospital. I have a question for you.
Of course. Can I help you with something?
Okay. We need to get to that island.
That won't be a problem. It's wind still and the tar just dried. We've got 2 days of relative sunshine ahead.
Can we borrow your boat? 2 days of sunshine. Just got a bacterial infection. What's on that island? Das ist kein Text. Nein! Zum ersten Mal, dass sie nicht redet. Ich muss es lesen. Nothing, just ruins. Used to be some kind of fortification there before the war for the communards. An anti-aircraft gun. I think bombed to bits in the landing. I haven't been there myself. Always steered clear of it.
Hasn't been there herself. Who has then?
You said you haven't been there yourself. Who has then, if not
My
you?
husband used to drink there. Him and his drinking buddies. Always seemed like a bad place to drink to me. People died there during the landing, you know. My mother told me.
This must be one of the many fortifications that was used in the dying days of the revolution against coalition forces before they took this city.
Mm-hmm.
The kids sometimes go there too. I know they do, on rafts. I tell them not to, but they bring back old bullet casings and such.
Which kids?
The twins. God forbid they bring the girl along on some rickety barge.
Can we
Okay.
maybe ask your twins about that place before we go? Would that be alright?
Be my guest. They've a strange way of talking. See if you can get anything useful out of them. I seldom do.
2 days of sunshine. I just got a bacterial infection. Is there anything I should know about getting there?
Well, most of it's sunken. Underwater. That means concrete underwater. Cut your boat if you're not careful. Be sure to enter from the south side. Water's deep there.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Ja, Interfacing, als ob du wüsstest, was du tust.
I'm sad to hear that. Take care of that with Ether, will you? Don't get too many RCM men round here. Be sad to lose the first one.
Can we borrow your boat?
If you promise to bring it back, and no scraping the hull, I just got it nice and yellow, and no drinking on the boat, and no joyriding either.
Of course, ma'am. It's only for a day or two. Official police business.
Aye.
What if I wanna walk?
The crow's feet disappear from the corners of her eyes as she smiles at you.
Thank you. We'll use your skiff to get there then.
Please be conservative with the fuel, will you? Just filled her up, but it's a small tank.
To go on a date with a drunk badly. Ja, wir versuchen das, wenn Kim nicht dabei ist. Fragen wir zuerst die Burschen.
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone while the other watches him do
Okay,
it.
kids. You've been on that island, right?
On that island?
The one who's busy kicking his stone points to the bay. Yeah, that one. I need to know what's there. No, some other island. Of course, that one.
That's, nothing. It's just a seafort and some plants. You can take a raft there. It's great. And,
Okay.
and we make a fire. We make a fire.
Okay. Die klingen viel jünger, als sie sein sollten, wenn sie mit einem Floß dorthin fahren.
Gather the sticks for the fire. And bullets. Or not real bullets, empty bullets.
Bullet shells. There are a lot of them left over from the war, but this could be important.
You mean shells?
I don't know what those are.
What then? Mm-hmm.
They're lights. The fire guy comes and asks us to put the fire out.
Ah, the fire
Your nerve
guy.
endings sting from the mention of a guy.
Someone lives on the island.
No. Yes.
Okay.
Let's go with yes.
Why is he the fire guy?
Because he asks to put the fire out.
Okay. Why does he ask you to put the fire out?
I don't know. He doesn't like it. He don't like people to be there. You shouldn't go.
Okay.
Yes.
The other one adds laconically, standing with his hands glued to his side like a little tin soldier. You mentioned something about lights.
I don't know.
Did you mean there are electrical lights?
Yes.
Is there anything else you can tell me about this guy? Age? Does he live there?
No, he doesn't live there. I don't think. No, he lives there. Been there twice, 2 times.
Okay.
He doesn't live there. He isn't there sometimes.
Anything else? What does this guy look like?
I don't know.
Okay. How come?
We ran. He just yelled we shouldn't be there.
Your father used to go to that island too, didn't he?
Our father killed himself.
Okay.
Don't say that, he didn't.
Okay. Your father did not kill himself. He killed himself, all right. Say nothing.
I don't know. Doesn't even have anything to do with this, you. Father isn't the fire guy.
The two things are unconnected. Your question didn't make sense.
Is that all you know? Is there anything more you can tell me? There's a...
Lights, fire guy. We should check up on that island.
Bye kids, take care. Und wieder ein Task complete. Und go to the island. Yes. Wo ist sie? Das ist da unten. Schaut nicht so aus. Oh, da ist das Boot. Das ist definitiv kleiner als das von der Joyce. Und ich habe schon wieder vergessen, Dings aufzumachen. Naja. Okay. Bring uns auf die Insel, mein liebes Boot.
A skiff with a small steering engine in the back floats on the calm mirror of the sea. Its 2 seats are empty.
Na dann, rein mit
Once
uns.
you get in, that's it. One pull of the starter handle, and you're off into the bay. A strange trepidation comes over you. Are you sure you want to go now? Have you made all the necessary preparations? Closed all your accounts? Remember what the net picker said. It's a small tank. You won't be going back and forth on this.
Okay. You take the engine, Kim. I'll hold the boombox. Heißt das, wir könnten noch Sachen hier machen? Wieso kann ich jetzt nicht reisen? Ach Gott. Wir wollten noch einmal mit der Programmiertante reden.
Yes, what is it?
Yeah, about the 2mm hole again.
The swallow, you mean? What about it? Great, thanks.
Wir wollten, dass sie uns hilft, brauchen aber noch irgendwas für sie, scheinbar. Okay. Lasst uns auf die Insel fahren, was soll's? Was soll's? Was soll schon passieren? Mhm. Ich glaube, wir haben alles, was wir brauchen. Wir kommen sicher wieder zurück. Irgendwie. Auf dem Sprit dabei.
The skiff floats on the... Once you get in, have
Yeah.
you made all the necessary preparation? Remember what the net picker said. It's a small tank. You won't be going back and forth on this.
What?
What? How else do we blast sad FM on our way to the island?
Fine. Let's blast Sad FM.
Sad FM is a radio station specializing in sad, slow rock songs. You seem to know its frequency by heart.
Getting them right to the island. Oh ja, das ist genau die Art und Weise, wie ich dorthin fahren wollte. Es gibt Paddel. Diese Leute müssen wir auch noch retten. Ich hoffe, wir können das noch. Ich hoffe, wir haben jetzt nicht alles zurückgelassen und kommen nie wieder zurück. Okay, es scheint doch nicht so weit weg zu sein, wenn wir die Kirche noch schön sehen. Fahren wir jetzt bis da drüber, das dauert noch ewig, fürchte ich fast. Bin froh, dass ich die Boombox dabei habe. Ohne die Boombox hätten wir das nicht gekonnt, oder? Ach, vielleicht mal über diesen Dings, diesen Bunker. Vielleicht gibt es einen unterirdischen Gang. Okay, wir haben die Insel gefunden. Da ist ein Müllding.
The boat comes to a slow stop. The lieutenant turns the engine off. Then there's silence. In the silence, a sputter of wings. A flock of quails takes off in the distance. Let's go.
Yay, mehr Zeug. A makeshift bridge. The bombs were powerful enough to break the foundation. Okay. The rusted chain trails off into the...
The chain trails off into the ocean, connecting the island to the supply depot on the coast.
Point to it. This leads to the point in Land's End.
Ah, yes, so it seems.
What do you think it was used for? This means I sort of got into the depot war.
For bringing munitions to the island, maybe? And supplies? You could also lock the bay when you raise the chain.
As a defensive measure, locking off that side of the bay.
This means I sort of got into the depot.
Technically, no, it doesn't.
He's right.
Oh Gott, oh Gott, oh Gott, oh Gott. Gehen wir unten rum oder gehen wir oben rum? Gehen wir mal rum. Ah, da hinten geht's noch weiter. The lingering trace of mazout in the air. Attention, flammable. Some fuel has leaked out of the barrel. Black whiskers. Das ist durchaus unten die Bay ruiniert. Also. This barrel says ICM. You see a star with little flames in it.
ICM? This feels familiar somehow.
Kim, what is the
Insel
ICM?
Indian Citizens Militia. It's the official name of the Communards Army, the black and white army of the revolution.
Ah, yeah.
Sounds an awful lot like.
RCM, it sounds like RCM.
It does. The RCM may descend from the ICM.
May.
It's impossible to say. It was chaos after the war. The name was good for getting people to join us. Revachol West was mostly workers and criminals.
A white star. Point to the star on the table.
No, an upside down star.
With its horns in the sky, the symbol of the commune.
Are those specks stars?
No, that's the uninhabited archipelago.
Ah,
A DeLorean-era symbol of Insulinda, known as the face in the sea.
looks old. What's it still doing here?
After 44 years? That's not nearly enough to hide what happened here, Lieutenant Gefreiter. One of these barrels was still leaking fuel, as you saw. The city is full of things like this. Old bullets, guns, fuel.
Da können wir reingehen. Wir können uns das da auch anschauen. No way to get up there. Und da kommen wir auch nicht her. Da unten können wir rein, aber da müssen wir von unten hin. Gehen wir mal oben rein, was soll's. Das kann schon passieren. Oh. Viel Zeug. Das ist innen viel größer als außen. Careful, these stairs have collapsed. Okay, da kommen wir also nicht hin.
An old cylindrical generator is nested above the ammo lift, with makeshift electrical wiring running out of its side and across the floor. The cables disappear into the wall to your right. The lieutenant puts his hand on the metal barrel, checking for warmth.
It's cold now, but someone has been maintaining it. The wiring has been repaired.
Pour fuel into the tank. Where do these wires lead?
Downstairs, somewhere?
What kind of generator is
Liquid
this?
carbon. I would imagine it takes mazout.
He points to the open fuel cap on the side of the dynamo.
The kind that's favored by vagrants and fuel thieves. It's been a long winter, long and cold.
If anyone stayed here, they'd need a generator.
Tap on the side.
The hollow ring, the canister is empty. Dust falls from the generator and down into the ammo lift.
What does this mean? Generator here?
I don't know. I'm not a philosopher.
I meant, why is it here?
Someone who has basic electrical skills has restored it in order to keep the room warm. Maybe it's the fire guy.
The wind outside picks up suddenly, with a faint howl. Inside, it's warm.
Ja, wir verschwenden unser Fuel nicht darauf. Was ist das? This was once an armament rest. Twin cannons were attached here, medium distance, large caliber. Okay. Also das ist die Flak. die sie gemeint haben, dass hier ist. Das wir können. Books, mostly fantastic and historical fiction. Okay. Da wohnt jemand. Dishes stained with sauce and fire. The survivor's kitchen. Noch mehr Kanonen. You see candles planted on a broken range finder. A moth-bitten sheet keeps the wind out.
Books and magazines lie scattered on the floor and on a makeshift cupboard. They are not particularly well organized.
Sift through them.
Most are soft covers, serialized fantastique and detective stories from the 20s and 30s. This disparate digest includes the classic Animal Adventures.
Classic Animal
Popular
Adventures.
depictions of man versus nature by amateur naturalists T&T Harpin, husband and wife. Widely read by people from all walks of life. Who doesn't like nature? Who doesn't want to survive? Among what is mostly commercial fiction and serialized stories, you find a magazine cathodique for electrical engineering. Then it's back to pulp. Light erotica, an international thriller about circuit benders.
Okay.
Someone's made themselves a home.
Does anyone stand out as unusual? Does anything stand out as unusual?
Oh yes, under the bed,
Ooh.
there is a rather extensive collection of critical theory, that is, dour, life non-affirming left-wing literature, published by small imprints such as Abattoir Firm and Ouzia. It's not exactly like reading.
Okay. Powerful communist theory, rigorous and truthful. Deranged comedy ranting. Downbeat dribble for people who can't get shit done. Okay, a book. Left wing. I have no comments, do you?
Ouzia. Humanitarian sciences. Stands out. Not a lot of critical theory around in the National West anymore.
Wasn't there some in the communist students' room?
A student in the apartment building seemed to have some as well.
Well, yes. That one student did.
The little books seem inconsequential next to the big pile of frivolous entertainment covering them.
Again, I am not a philosopher, but whoever has lived here, they have some education and a certain set of interests.
Okay, nicht schlecht, nicht schlecht. Ah, da ist auch Masov.
There's a greasy old spring mattress in the corner.
Someone has been squatting here. The linen is fresh, recently washed.
Das schaut nicht so aus, als wäre das recently washed. How recently? Do you think whoever slept here is...
A flash of pain interrupts you, making you wince instead of letting the words out.
You know, officer, you can rest here if you are feeling tired. I will keep watch. You could use some rest for what's ahead.
Maybe a little shut-eye, just an hour.
You face the concrete wall. There's less light there, in the dark corner. Like a dog, you lie there.
Okay, vielleicht hätte ich das nicht tun sollen. Curl up with your knees close to your chest.
The blanket feels cold. The entire room does. Concrete and cold. Minutes pass. Half an hour maybe. The sounds of the sea beyond grow distant. Your eyelids close. Until you feel yourself standing up in the darkness, right next to the mattress. Slowly, the world begins to hatch from the blackness. It's evening. Sleep.
Okay. Ich dachte, wir legen uns nur für eine Stunde hin. Kim, wo bist du? The lieutenant is no longer here. Go outside to the beach. Door's still here, closed. Feels strange somehow. You can't get in. Oh, ich bin in einem Traum. Kann ich da noch laufen? Ich komme nicht drauf. Okay. Das ist schlecht. Bin ich da raus? Nein. Okay. Das ist interessant. Oh, ich komme wieder runter. Schau an. Bin ich da rein? Nein. Bin auf der anderen Seite rein. Jetzt ich die Frage, kann ich speichern? Ja, ich kann speichern. Okay. Dreamscape. Ah, wusste ich's doch, es ist ein Traum. Ah ja, stimmt, es ist ja auch keine Zeit da. Herrschaften, ich wünsche euch einen schönen guten Abend. Ich bleibe hier im Traum. Und wir sehen uns das nächste Mal wieder. Bis dann. Ciao.